And welcome to Everyday Hip Hop. My name is Cayman.
And I'm Xavier.
And we are here on a very, very, very cold night.
Ooh, they call me Big Burr.
Me and Xavier did not plan this matching sweatshirts.
Twinning them.
Go
right.
best friend.
I never wear a Raiders beanie either. All right. You'd never catch
chill,
me.
Chill. Sell the team, Mark Davis. Sell the team. That's all I got to say about that. We have a very, very, very special guest in the building. Black Ambition Media contributor Dom is here.
Oh, hello.
How you doing today, man?
We're here. It's cold outside.
It's cold outside,
It's
but
chilly out here.
we still working.
We working.
We giving y'all great content. So do me a favor, make sure you like and subscribe this video on the bottom for us so we can all live prosperous. You, me, us, everybody. We gonna live prosperous as Black Ambition Media provides you great quality content. I want to get to a couple things today, guys. I want to get to the Apple Music replay and review. It came out today. We'll have a little bit of discussion about the doc that just dropped, the Diddy doc. We'll have a little bit of discussion about what else is going on in the world today. We'll have some discussions, some great discussions, some dynamic
Diddy
discussions. You said Diddy.
Diddy and 50 Cent.
Diddy. I do have some other things for you guys as AI music.
Gross.
Yeah, AI music, and we have some differing opinions on AI music. But let's start with the Apple Music replay, shall we? Let me just tell you guys this. Apple Music's most streamed songs worldwide by rappers in 2025. Number 1, Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Sipping on that scissor.
SZA. Number 2, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
In the 2025 most streamed songs by rappers. That was surprising to me. Number 3, Timeless by The Weeknd and Playboi Carti. Number 4, 30 for 30, SZA and Kendrick Lamar.
30 for 30,
Number 5, TV Off, Kendrick Lamar featuring Lefty Gunplay.
Wow.
Let's start with the songs, shall we? When you look at these songs, especially for hip hop, especially for rappers, what I have to say about this is it's definitely the Kendrick Lamar era. Even though GNX dropped in 2024, you see that it still dominated 2025, and I'm very, very, very surprised that Not Like Us is still a top 5 streamed rap song in our year 2025 when that came out in 2024, I believe May of 2024.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but people still love that song. People are still playing that song. When you hear those top 5s, especially for a hip hop perspective, what do y'all think?
I think that just shows the overall cultural impact of Kendrick Lamar, GNX, and Not Like Us because, as you mentioned, for an album and a project and a battle itself that has taken place over a year ago at this point, to still be 4 out of 5 of the most streamed songs of this year, and I think that's just a testament to how the overall music consumers felt about the state of music and how they feel about it going forward. Mm-hmm. There were certain things that we were letting fly that people are tired of now. So hopefully we're getting back to the quality over quantity of music.
Right. Very, very astonishing from Kendrick Lamar and in 2025 to dominate like he did. Dom, what's your perspective on a lot of those songs, Kendrick Lamar songs? 4 out of the 5 of the top 5 most streamed songs on Apple Music were by Kendrick Lamar.
I think the work speaks for itself. Honestly, I really admire Kendrick Lamar. There's you can see the artistry in whatever he does, be it visual or audio. So I think he's earned those spots.
1,000%.
Definitely a one of a kind album because it's not just the project that people love. It's the anticipation that was built after a once-in-a-lifetime battle that we have been begging for over 10 years. Mm-hmm. And not only did the battle itself meet our expectations or exceed our expectations, but the music that preceded also as well. So it was just the culmination of that entire moment of waiting since fucking Big Sean got washed on... Oh shit! What's the name of the track?
Hard Part 4?
No, Big Sean when he got washed on when Kendrick called out the entire industry.
Oh no.
Big Sean got this.
It was Big Sean's song.
Oh, Control.
Control. See, everybody forgets.
Stop.
It was Big Sean's song.
It was. Oh yeah.
Everybody forgets.
It was
Big.
Big Sean.
Everybody forgets it was Big Sean's song, and there was another feature on that record as well besides
Yeah,
Kendrick Lamar.
electronically.
People forget about that entire moment, but for our real hip hop heads, we have been waiting for this battle since 2013, 2014, when that record came out, and the only person that had a problem with it was Drake.
Yeah, speaking of Drake, Drake was the #1 most streamed artist on Apple Music globally in 2025. I feel like that's definitely a testament to his old catalog. I don't think anybody is listening to his new slaps and new stuff and like, yeah, we really, really need to listen to this. But globally, for what Drake is, the icon he is, the star that he is, his back catalog still stands the test of time. So you see people streaming it. On the flip side of the most streamed songs, you were a little confused how it's Drake most streamed artist, but Kendrick most streamed songs. What's going on with the algorithms?
So like, is the when it was going over the most streamed songs, was that globally as well?
Yeah, by rappers.
So, so I don't get how
by rappers though. That's the classification. By rappers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. So, well, I mean, Drake, that's your answer right there. You're not a rapper. They included The Weeknd.
They included the week. Well, it was a Playboi Carti Weekend song. That's why.
Drake, you're not a rapper. I hope that was a good enough answer for you. You might be the most streamed artist, but you ain't even top 5 most streamed rapper.
True.
You got beat out by the other Canadian. Hope that was good enough for you, bud.
Hey Drake.
Say Drake. What do you see for Drake moving forward? Iceman is supposed to be released. I don't know when.
I'm ready for it.
I mean, we have a month left in 2025, so
I'm ready for it.
Maybe we're looking for 2026, like how J. Cole keeps pushing the fall off.
Well, you know, titles are nothing but words. Little Baby dropped an EP called Midsummer, and it's December. So titles ain't
Cold as hell.
Cold as hell right now. I'm big shivering. So titles don't really mean nothing. I'm still prepared and expecting Iceman. I know he's kind of really slowed down or halted the Iceman series. I don't know if the series just ended or if he kind of caught wind that it was trash and just stopped, but I'm still waiting on it. Like, dang, I got to get one of these projects. Somebody got to come through. I either need the fall off or I need Iceman. Y'all can't keep lying to my face like that. So one of y'all got to show up to play.
The light skinned brothers, somebody got to show up to play. I did see a snippet from Drake on the Iceman. I like the vibe that he may be going for. At the end of the day, we never said Drake wasn't talented. We never said Drake couldn't make music. We just want to get his pen back to a place where it was before.
All right, J. Cole.
Tapping back into your magical pen is what's imperative.
I mean, he right.
Apology letter to Drake.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying, we know what Drake can do. We know what Drake is capable of when it comes to that. Can you get back to the music? Can you stop the lawsuits? Can you stop all this other shit? I don't know how many times we have to say this. That's what we're looking forward to towards Drake in 2026. Even if Iceman comes out this month, I'm looking forward to a year of dominance in 2026. I'm looking forward to seeing somebody who we herald as a top act in this music industry drop music that backs that up.
Right, because if Drake was releasing music that was as impactful as his antics on social media, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
True.
I need you to put that same amount of effort you go into finding the whitest movie clips to accompany your Instagram story. I need you to put that same energy into releasing music that hasn't been in the cut for 5-6 years. Let's put some real energy behind giving something that the audience wants to hear. We did hear glimpses of that during the Iceman series, but just the overall production of what was presented to us was just not it at all. So Iceman series to me was a big fail, but I'm hoping
it's not over yet. The
Iceman series needs to be over. Halt it, complete stop. Take it off the shelf.
Put it on ice.
Put it on ice, literally. You saw the ice he was cutting up in episode 1?
Yeah.
Put that shit on that. But I'm expecting the Iceman album to be 10 times better than the project.
Is this Drake's last chance? Do y'all think that? Is this Drake's last chance? He's just looked at it in the public like he's done in the public perception and all that?
I
y'all
think so.
think there may be a little bit like Drake fatigue, and I don't really think because he after the rap battle with Kendrick, he kind of just never like went away, and he didn't really take.
He
the
should have
L.
went away.
He did the lawsuit,
Yeah.
and then he kind of just. We need to simmer. We need a little. Let us rest. Let us forget that battle happened.
So do you think that he should drop the album in the next coming months? Do you think he should just wait a second?
I think the general public could wait.
Mm-hmm.
I think the general public would prefer to wait. Like we don't need it right now. Like, are we looking for another Drake? There used to be that
The hype.
when he dropped the album. It was a moment. Like
Mm-hmm.
you looking for it. Are we looking for it right now?
I'm looking
I'm
for a
not
way
looking
out.
for it.
I'm looking for him to show me something different than he has in
Yeah.
the last at least 5 years.
Because
He
don't get me
hasn't,
wrong,
'cause
Drake's
even the
big.
Iceman
Like, so
series.
if you come with anything less than that anticipation, less than you can't. There are only so many artists, and I really don't know too many. I don't want to just name drop the one, because then not Michael Jackson, but like Beyonce, like there aren't too many artists who can just go away and just come back and be hot with it. So,
Kendrick's
one of those.
yeah, there aren't too many people who can do that. So let us go away for a little bit. Don't stay too long, and then come back with something.
I mean, that all depends on if the product is good. At the end of the day, all depends on if the product is good.
Depends on the artist.
I mean, overall, I don't think Drake is going anywhere anytime soon. As you just mentioned, regardless of the Wagwan Delilahs, regardless of the slandering he feels he has taken at the behest of Kendrick Lamar, regardless of the lawsuits and the future appeals, he is still the #1 streamed artist of 2025, despite all of that. So I don't think people experience a Drake fatigue. Or maybe Mos Def was correct, and these corporations are the ones that are really keeping Drake's career afloat right now. Because you can still go to a Walmart or a Target or a big store like that and hear some Drake being played. Mm-hmm. That's probably where a large contribution of those streams do come from still. Just the fact that he has a lot of music that is just playable for large demographics of people that are going shopping. So I feel like that is where some of those streams do come from. But at the same time, you can still go on social media. People like academics are still writing for Drake despite the hell he has put them through. So if he's able to come away with a decent sounding project, I think people will treat that shit like it was just a classic album.
Right.
Just
They'll
to try to
overhype
spite
it,
Kendrick
just-
fans.
yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna overhype
we
it
were missing
just
this
to
Drake
spite
this
it.
whole time and all.
Like
I
this
really
is
don't.
what you've been saying you've been missing. Drake just gave it to us. They were saying the same shit about For All the Dogs. And then what did he have to do with that? He had to drop a separate project because we said he wasn't rapping enough.
True.
So I think Drake is going to continue to be the same Drake he has been for the last 5-6 years. Even when you're listening to the Iceman series, yeah, he has a couple tracks here and there where it's reminiscent of more melodic Drake early on, but overall, that shit is the same Drake you've been hearing for the last 5-6 years.
Agree.
Tired.
How long do you think he can continue like that?
Until his contract's up?
That's
Till
why
you
I
give
said
us something
that's
fresh.
why I asked y'all. Do y'all think this is Drake's last straw? Like,
No.
Of course he's a legend in the game. Of course his back catalog is what his back catalog is. But you are in contract negotiations with UMG right now for what you're doing right now. They say warp in sports, or VORP, not warp, VORP, value over replacement player. What is your value over your replacement, Drake? And of course, you don't have somebody that brings in the same numbers as Drake and does the same things that Drake did, especially with a inflation, adjustment that UMG did. But what's your value to UMG right now when you're in literal contract negotiations with this label that you just sued over? Not Like Us. I don't know. This is why I feel like, at the end of the day, from an artist, from a rapper, from whoever, the music has to speak for itself. The Clips left Def Jam. What did they do? They went to Rock Nation, but the music spoke for itself. Let God Sort Them Out was the album that everybody heralded because it was that damn good. Drake, Just let the music speak for itself. And I don't know if he can do that. So we'll see.
Yeah, because Drake can't let the music speak for
Me
himself
either.
when he always has to have the last word. So
When he, you know what, that after he did the, because you know what, I didn't look at the rap battle as anything more than a rap battle, right? So like,
And he did.
yeah, like he
Very
took
personal.
it too far.
Yeah.
Like we're not the general public. I don't think looked at it. You lost, but we didn't look at it as anything more than a rap battle.
Right.
You took it personally, and you had to. Now that leaves a bad taste in my
Everybody's
mouth.
mouth, yes.
You know,
Everybody's,
like you just take it. If you would have won it, you wouldn't have done that.
oh, for sure.
You
We saw
know?
it with Meek Mill.
And it just makes you. I think that decreases your value overall. Like one, people aren't really feeling you like that. You're not as hot as you used to be, so you don't have that power, that pull like you do. Now you have to negotiate, you know,
Yeah.
and whatever you're doing because you sued, so you know it just doesn't work out in your favor
At all.
Again, you
Agreed.
should have went away for a little bit, but
Yep, that was his plan.
I
He
think,
didn't even
yeah.
follow his own plan.
yeah. Agreed.
Because
Well, I
you know why I
miss-
think Drake didn't follow his own plan? I think he said that to try to get a reaction out of people. But when he saw that everybody was like, "No, yeah, you should go away for a little bit," he was like, "Oh,
Nah.
fuck y'all niggas, I'm coming back. I'm dropping an
Harder.
album,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm dropping a
Yeah.
video series.
I just hope there's some slaps on that.
I mean, there's gonna be at least one, but it's not gonna do what you think because Nokia, as we've already mentioned, Nokia is what Hotline Bling was, but Drake is not who he was during Hotline Bling anymore. So it's not gonna hit the
I think
same.
it could also be just cockiness, like when he thought when he released that house album, and just the the reaction to it was poor, and he was like, they just missing it. Or he
Yeah,
said
yeah,
something,
yeah.
they ain't called up here like, no, we just didn't like it.
Niggas
Like,
in the hood saying, "Why the fuck you making techno?" This
hey,
is just a-
it wasn't that. I
liked it.
appreciate the effort, but
Yeah, that was one
if
of
they
your favorite
didn't like
Drake
it,
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Drake projects.
Really?
I like the techno project because it was refreshing. The only thing I didn't like about it is that he was being sneaky, going to Beyonce studio sessions and then dropped the project before her.
well, I don't like that. He just expected. It just kind of felt like he
is
expected,
true.
like, I'm Drake. Like, here you go, eat this shit up. I'm like, no, you gotta. I just wasn't
That's
feeling
what
it.
he-
I
that's
listened
what
to
he
it.
expected.
Yeah, and I didn't feel it.
That's what he still expects. He's gonna expect that with Iceman as well.
I hope not, because that's what
He
really,
don't think
that's
he
what
lost
makes
the battle.
When an artist becomes complacent
You still
like that,
think
that's
at
when
this
the music
time
suffers.
in 2020, whatever.
Drake is like Trump. Trump still think he was cheated out of that election.
and-
He still thinks he was. His fan base still thinks he was secretly
Tired.
president during
Just
that
tired.
time.
Just
He
tired.
know he wasn't cheated out of the election. Don't start me. He know that shit. He know he lost.
Just damn tired. Let me get you guys' perspective on this.
He is a loser.
Hey, man.
Big L.
Pitchfork's #1 albums in these years, and we're gonna start it in 2010. In 2010, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yes.
In 2011, Bon Iver. In 2012, Good Kid, Mad City. In 2013, Modern Vampires of the City. In 2014, Run the Jewels. In 2015, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yep.
In 2016, A Seat at the Table. In
I
2017,
remember
I love that
Damn.
album.
In 2018, Be the Cowboy. In 2019, Norman effing Rockwell. In 2020, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. In 2021, Hotels. Jasmine Sullivan, shout out to you.
That was a great album.
Great album. In 2022, Renaissance. In 2023, SOS. In 2024, Diamond Jubilee. And in 2025, Los Naka.
It wasn't. Was it Cowboy Carter?
Cowboy
Was Cowboy Carter
Carter
this year?
Carter came out last year,
Last year,
2024.
What was 2026 or 2016?
2016 was A Seat at the Table by Solange.
Yeah.
That was a good year though.
Very accurate.
Very good year. We're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of
Crazy.
2016, and I want to do a special
year, though.
episode for that where we just talk about music for that episode. So maybe we'll record that later. But what do y'all think about this list? Starting with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I think this is a pretty solid list. It has a lot of hip hop in there. 2012, Good Kid, Mad City. 2014, Run the Jewels.
Shout out.
2015, To Pimp a Butterfly. I love A Seat at the Table as the 2016 album, and Damn as the 2017 album, along with Hotels in 2021. What do y'all think about the list that I read from 2010 to this is the last 15 years of music?
I think it was a. Oh, you want to go?
No, you go ahead.
Aside from the artists that I don't know, I think it was a fairly accurate
List, huh?
for the years that those albums were released. I think that it was fairly accurate. Those were big albums, and I like that because 2010. Well, I don't know. I guess hip hop has been a huge staple for a long time, so it's pretty hard to overlook. So yeah, I think they were fair and accurate with just the when hip hop albums are released, and if they are big, then they do get that notoriety. So like my Dark Twisted Fantasy, even The Seat at the Table wasn't a hip hop album, but that was for me. Not because she's Beyonce's sister, but just because she's Solange, I thought that would have been somewhat underground.
Right.
For me, it felt. I love that album.
She's my favorite Knowles.
That was crazy.
I love Solange. I love that album.
Miss Tina
Overall,
might take it.
for the albums that I do recognize, I feel like they're pretty good depictions of that year. There are a few records, like for the ones that I don't know, that 2020, 2021, 2022, that I wouldn't mind going to see. Okay, what else dropped this year? So I can try to get my input. But overall, I think for Pitchfork to include hip hop that much just overall just shows our impact, because obviously for a few of those years, even for 2016 with A Seat at the Table, a few of those years could have been hip hop albums.
Yeah.
But we can't just be doing people like that. So
Yeah.
But I think overall
I'm sure some of
that's
those
one of the
albums were
better
great, too.
lists. Yeah. One of the
Looking
better
at
lists.
like how they did and what albums they selected for the. I would trust that the other albums were fairly selected.
Right, because I shout out Pitchfork for giving Solange her recognition. Shout out Pitchfork for giving Run the Jewels, LP and Killer Mike their recognition. So 2014 Run the Jewels, one of my favorite albums.
What is that, a pop? I don't know.
It's a rap album.
Oh, okay.
Killer Mike.
An LP.
Oh.
White
Now,
black
Cameron,
duo.
I had a personal favorite. What you weren't so necessarily fond of. And I always use Charlamagne's description of it. When he called it's an adult contemporary rap.
444.
No, not 444. That was a good album too.
Wow.
Oh man, I can't think of it.
What was the first
It
year?
was half and half. It was Kanye and Pharrell. They produced the album.
Oh, the
Pusha
Pusha
T,
T.
yeah.
Almost dry.
What? Yeah. What year was that?
That was like 20.
17.
Yeah, 2017,
Man,
2018.
okay, so what year took that? What album took that? Because that would have been my album of the year for whenever that released.
I didn't like that album.
That album was
I feel like-
for me. That's all I listened to that year.
Really? It was. I feel
Or
like
from whenever it came out.
I feel like for them advertising it as like a battle of producers, they could have went way harder than that shit.
But for the artist though.
I mean, for the artist, that's
Actually,
cool.
It's Almost Dry came out in 2022.
Okay.
I don't know what we're talking about.
What was the album for?
And the album for that was Renaissance by Beyonce.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
hard to
wasn't
beat
gonna-
that.
he
It's
wasn't
hard to
gonna-
beat that.
He wasn't gonna take.
It's hard
She
to beat
did.
that.
I
What
remember
year
she-
did they start this? Like 2010.
2010. Yes.
So you're telling me Drake hasn't had? He didn't
That
make.
goes back to the quality of records. Like,
Drake didn't have not
when you're making
one.
full bodies of work. Full bodies of work, man. Wale and
How many Kendrick
Lamar.
projects?
1,
How many J Cole
2,
projects?
3. 3 Kendrick projects on this list.
Okay.
How many J Cole projects were there?
None.
That was rhetorical. So
And no Drake.
No Drake.
that's what's shocking. I thought there would have been maybe one Drake project on there.
When was I mean if I feel like
Well, what Drake
anytime-
project would you expect to be on there within the last 16 years?
Not a damn thing.
not within the I mean I can name an album that would be on there, but not within that time frame. No. When did Take Care release? Because I know
Like 2012?
11.
2011?
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
what was 2011?
2011.
Take Care should have been in there then.
2011 was.
I'm like, damn, no Drake is kind of crazy.
Bon Iver.
I don't even know who that is.
I just know the
listened to
name.
I feel like I may have listened to heard something from that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the
Oh.
name. So I can't really say nothing on that.
But yeah.
But I just think it's crazy that Drake doesn't have not one, according to Pitchfork and according to me, but
Yeah,
doesn't
and
have
according to me.
one number one album
I agree.
in
I
the
would thought
last
Take Care would have been on there for sure.
10 plus years. Meanwhile, Kendrick Lamar has 3, yet Drake viewed him as the lesser artist in
How
that
how
battle.
are we looking at? Because I do know this could be not calling them either or, but I'm just saying this could be a very Prince Michael Jackson situation. Like that's how we look at. I know a lot of people often look at Drake as the quote unquote. Please understand what I'm saying.
I'm-
as
I'm-
the Michael
I'm
Jackson
following
of the
you.
situation as far as like
Hits
like
and
pop,
acclaim
hits,
and
and he's more like
yeah.
for everybody, more digestible by everybody. And Kendrick is that real nigga. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like not saying that he doesn't have hits and can't, but you know, I feel like Drake is just more sellable, more
For sure.
digestible, and You know,
Yeah, that's it.
he
That's
has
where
more
that
mass
Target
appeal,
music
more
comes
mass
from.
appeal.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
so-
more, yeah. That's where a lot of those streams come from. Just the fact that you could play it in a lot of different situations for a lot of different people.
Yeah. Also, there's the optics. I mean, he's a light skinned, tall. All these things come into play. So
Did he look better without a beard or with a beard?
This,
He looked crazy without that beard.
I think he need that beard.
He
I
looks-
can't stand that.
he looks crazy
Light
without
skinned
that
face
beard.
he made. That I can't stand that.
That's his favorite pose.
Light skin,
He loved the duck lips.
All the light skinned faces.
Drake loved the duck lips.
Kill me with that.
Damn. Do you think it's a testament to his quality of music? Because I think during that 2010, 2011, 2012 time, that's when we were getting some of the best music from Drake. Do you think he was just dropping his peak music during the other peaks of other people?
Everybody has their runs.
Everybody has their runs.
That might just been his time,
And
you
when
know?
you have the steroids, you got the steroids. When
Yeah.
you got the support and the backing and the money and all that stuff.
Wayne
it
was
really,
coming
really
off of
matters.
not off of the peak, but Wayne was, hot.
And Drake
Wayne was,
is talent. Drake is a legend.
he
Drake
is.
is
But
all
that
these
helped. That
things.
definitely. I mean, having Wayne and Nicki,
Yeah,
around in your
1000%.
all in that. I mean, everything was just amplified for sure.
And it's like it just feels like as Kendrick is now, which I'm looking at the top 5 most streamed songs of this year, even though we're going off the Pitchfork albums and how Kendrick has cultivated classics in the landscape and people revere this stuff. This man has a Pulitzer Prize. He's also now running it when it comes to those songs and the catchy things, like top 5 most streamed songs this year on Apple Music Replay. APT, Apartment, maybe Rose and Bruno Mars is the #1 song. I don't even know that record. That's crazy.
It's not for you.
Luther, Kendrick Lamar and SZA, Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
I do not like that song.
Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar and Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. That's the top 5 most streamed songs on Apple Music. And Kendrick Lamar occupies 2 of those spaces. Testament to hip hop, testament to when we were talking about, top 50 Billboard and this and that. The higher echelon of hip hop and what hip hop has always been has been those top acts carrying those mantles, and I think that continues with Kendrick Lamar and what we see.
Right, because I'm seeing all these artists recently want to start to flock over to country music. When have you ever heard country music being talked about on a global stage?
Beyonce.
Other than Beyonce, one of the biggest artists in the entire world.
There
Old Town
was
Road.
that.
And how did they treat her?
There was that.
Old Town Road?
No, Lil Nas X when he did
Old Town Road.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I thought you kept saying Tyrone.
Dang, so it's looking like the only time country is on a global stage
Well,
is
that
when
was
black-
when that
black
conversation was
people are
being
doing
had.
it.
Like, who does country belong to? And
Well, it belongs to us. That's our shit.
We've
Well,
been
yeah. Well,
we-
so when Lil Nas X did it, it was whether the song was country or not. And then when Beyonce did it, it was now who does it belong to? Because she's putting it in your face.
Right. Was it with Billy Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Old Town Road. Yeah.
we see exactly like
For the record,
we've
the
been
song
watching
was
this
country.
We've been watching
sure.
this with what's going on with Twitter and the locations and stuff like that. We see Black Americans really run the landscape of everything throughout the whole world. I don't think we truly understand our power sometimes, and that's just the thing.
We move the culture. We move any American culture is black culture. I'm sorry, like and with TikTok now, your dances, and I'm not saying that white people are incapable, but come on, we know where the dances are coming from. We know where the trends are coming from. The music that you dance to, we know where it comes from. Please, I don't like when we have this like this thin veil, this facade of just like, oh, who's really better. I'm not arguing with you about who's better. Black people, we are your culture. So I mean, I forgot what I was talking about.
Just our excellence.
Just our excellence.
well,
And that's what we're saying.
That's all we need to talk about.
Black culture is American culture.
It's the culture. It is the culture, and for us to be treated like second class citizens sometimes.
Because I would love for white people to define what white culture is or what American culture is without incorporating Mexican people, without incorporating black people, without incorporating Asian people. What is American culture if you don't include our shit?
I would just like to hear that. Like,
Because
what's
that's
white
supposed
culture?
to be the
'Cause
essence of
you
what
could-
America is.
No, because they're
you
gonna say
define
things
black
that
culture,
yeah,
you
they're
can
gonna say
define
things that's
Mexican
with
culture.
us.
I'd love to hear you tell me what white culture is.
They're gonna say something about some sports that involve us, something about some food that involve us, something about some media. Some. It's all gonna involve us or Hispanics or Asians. What is white American
And
culture
there's just
besides
no
being
way
you
you could talk about the current landscape of music without.
Chattel slavery, that's white American culture. Because that's kind of distinct to America.
Yeah, they don't like.
That's the thing. What is distinct to America that is white American culture? Wigs on the
Yeah, I was gonna say
the powder wigs.
not wearing the jacket when it's cold outside.
Runny nose.
Sickness. Anyway,
This nigga said sickness is crazy.
Guys, iHeartRadio pledges the company doesn't and won't use AI generated personalities or play AI music in staff memo.
Uh-oh.
We've also saw other companies come with this same stance, and it seems like we're at a fork in the road just in life right now. Are you choosing AI? Are you choosing to embrace it? Are you choosing to especially in the music business and what we love and like to hear? Are you choosing to use AI? Are you not? We see the likes of Timbaland, one of the best hip hop producers ever, encompassing this and having AI artists. We've seen AI artists all around the block and all around.
They're
the street.
emerging.
They're emerging.
They're emerging
At fast rates, to say the least. With music, like that Wale album was so great. Where was the marketing for that, Xavier?
Kai Cenat.
Kai Cenat saying he doesn't know who Wale is.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most marketing that Wale got in this last 6 months.
100%.
Which is saying something. He has a freaking phenomenal album to me. And for him not to have a budget, like, we used to have a budget. Some of these songs need music videos. Where to Start, I feel like, needs a music video. Even Blanco could use a music video, and those records have been out dang near the whole year.
I'm gonna say dang near 2 years. It feels like.
Is Wale on a label?
He is on the label, and this is the thing. If you're not one of those upper echelon acts, you're not really getting that push.
It's not in the budget for you.
What is going to separate our real good quality artists from these AI artists? What do y'all think about the landscape of music right now? It's very, very scary to me for creators in music right now just to create, to try to make it, to go to a label or to go to this big company or entity and say, I need you guys to put support in me, because supporting me can be studio time, but it's supporting me, the music videos, the A&R, the marketing, and all this. We talk about this all the time. There are so many albums that dropped that we don't even know that dropped. There are so many artists that drop singles that we don't even know dropped singles. How are we supposed to understand and consume this music with this ever-evolving world? It gets faster day by day, and with AI, I don't think that's helping at all, separating real versus fake. What do y'all think about the whole topic of AI in music in general?
I mean, it's only going to get harder with the incorporation of music. Right now, we're experiencing, like you said, we have all these artists. Music is being constantly dropped at a rate that is just incomparable to other generations. We have so much music, so many new artists on a day-to-day basis. It's hard to really keep up. Albums don't hold the same replay value as they did once upon a time, because there's just so much music being released at one time. And on top of that, we live in a playlist era, so now artists really aren't putting as much effort into these
All
albums.
I need is a minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I just need 1 or 2 tracks off of this album, and that will be put into a playlist, and I will eat off of that. So now we have people who aren't even putting as much effort into these projects. So if we take that, now we introduce AI, where they're able to do a whole lot with literally nothing, use you, and profit off of you, and not have to pay you for it. I just think the trajectory of music is very swiftly going downhill, and if we don't really start to maintain or get a control of what our identity is going to be as hip-hop or as consumers or whatever, we just gonna get lost in it. Like, I recently, we've seen artists like, I was about to call MGK, we've seen artists like Mick Jenkins, who released a project, I believe, last year or this year on a separate
Even app, I believe it's called, or something like that,
where you have to pay the artist either what he asked for, or you can add a little bit more on top of it.
Right.
And that's the only way you can listen to the project, is for paying it on that specific site. These artists are tired of not being paid for their music. They're tired of putting in all of these hours and having to put more money into it of their own money just to market it, just for you not to hear about that shit, just for them to get $5 after you listen to the project 77,000 times. Like they're not being paid enough money to give a fuck.
I don't want to say
They're not. These rappers are. They're not being paid enough to give a fuck.
I don't want to say that. Well, one, so AI is emerging everywhere. You know, especially
Tech
in the creative areas, film and music, especially.
Yep.
As far as like AI artists, I just feel like so you're having this. They're not real people, right? But you're having like this boom of an instrument that's coming out, and everybody has access to it, and everybody is using it, and you know all these AI artists. But I kind of harken back to when, like how you were saying that, like we're in a playlist era, and I don't know if it'll be the same. I don't know if it'll work the same way. But like I think about like how Michael Jackson was like, I don't want to make an album with 1 or 2 songs, you know, a couple of singles on it, and then you just flip it over and you got your B-side songs. I want the whole album to be listenable. Yeah. So I feel like if anything, and I'm not saying it's fair to the artist, but if anything, you got to step it up. If you want to stand out in this sea of all, you already have artists out there, and then you have this emerging. I don't even know if people really take AI music like that because it is soulless. You know, there's nobody behind it. So I don't know if they're consuming it as you would an actual artist, especially when you know it's an AI artist. But even still, like, I think if it's really a threat to you, you have to be that standout artist. You have to get noticed the way you would amongst peers in the room. Like if you have a room full of great artists. So I mean, I understand the feeling and the threat of it and the just being lost in it. But I mean, you know, it's here.
But I understand it is here. My thing is, what's going to be the license or the hold on it in the next 5 years? Like, AI is something, and yes, it's creating something new in a way, but it's also pulling from everything that human existence and life was before this moment where you decided to type on a computer, make this song for me. Now you're pulling all of our human experiences and everything, our voices and everything, and you're now sculpting something via a computer. What's the regulations when your voice sounds like the voice that we've heard a million times? There's nobody that's going to capture the soul that Aretha Franklin had, the emotion that somebody like a Whitney Houston could evoke when you heard them sing. No computer, I feel like, can compute that. But you are taking from some of our legends and implementing that in order to get a certain type of sound conveyed to an audience. So what are the regulations on that? It's very interesting to see how they will regulate that, especially in the music business going forward.
If they even can. I mean,
even if they
it's
can.
It's like something
How do you?
I don't think you can.
You have to. There has to be some type of something.
Because the AI we're going to experience in music, or that we're already experiencing in music, is more than just vocals. Mm-hmm. Like, you can tell some way that an AI vocalist. But if the beat is AI, or if the lyrics were AI and they had a real person sing it, what are the restrictions, or what are the regulations? How do you even pinpoint what is AI and what isn't AI?
Well,
what is a fair use of AI? Oh, it's a real person, but the lyrics are AI. It's a real person, but the beat is AI. Yeah. What is?
I think you can do what iHeart is doing and just not allow it to be uploaded. Because I mean, I don't think you don't even have to use somebody else's voice or music or whatever to make an AI song. It's not something that's exclusive to just pre-existing art. So I feel like if you want to limit the exposure to it, then you can do like iHeart and be like, we're not, you download it, do whatever you want, but you can't upload it to a website. You can't stream it here next to other actual artists. There are ways that I think you can limit it, but as far as like stopping it and stopping like the general public from using it and it just being out there, it's here to stay.
Right. I think even with iHeartRadio, the only way they're going to be able to stop that is if the vocalist is the AI, or if they tell you, no, yeah, this
gotta be the actual artist. Yeah.
This part of this is AI. But if the beat is just AI, if the lyrics are just AI, but it's an actual person, you're not gonna be able to tell. Well, and if they don't tell you, how are you gonna know?
True.
There are some AI songs that I've heard that are genuinely, like,
There's gotta be an artist though somewhere. Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, unless you're stupid like Drake and go and use a deceased person's vocals, then obviously that's Tupac. We can all tell that's Tupac.
Where?
When he was doing the battle and he used Tupac's voice and Snoop Dogg's voice.
Was this known? What did I miss?
Tailor-made.
What did I miss?
You're just old.
You might have
that.
thought it
Don't
was.
be
You might
very
have thought it was
disrespectful.
actually Tupac.
He
thought it was
No.
unreleased Pac.
Taylor set it up. Dom, I wanted to ask you before we get out of here about the Michael Jackson impersonators who got on live stream and didn't seem happy about the trailer #1, but also got on there to discuss the upcoming movie that we are getting. We are getting Michael, the movie played by Jafar Jackson.
Very excited.
In April of 2026. It's coming very, very soon. It was supposed to come out last year. Had to make a little kinks and minor adjustments, and it's here now. Michael Jackson impersonators. There's nobody like Michael Jackson. You were talking about this earlier when we were just talking about Michael Jackson in general. Kids that are just being born understand the greatness and the magnitude of this man. What's anticipation for the movie is one thing. We saw people talking about they're going to dress up. We saw everything's going to happen. What is that thing about him that transforms generations? Can you tell me that from a Michael Jackson fan's perspective?
I really don't know. There's just gosh, I guess it's just like an actual magic about Michael. I mean, really, I don't think anybody anywhere could describe or compare anybody next to Michael Jackson. I have tried. Like, I don't know. There's something whimsical about him that you really don't see in anybody else. I mean, you have other great performers, you have other great entertainers, but you really don't have anybody that carries like a kind of whimsical, like a fantasy, a magical. You know, he was otherworldly, human, yes, but you know that's just something not you can't recreate, and I really don't feel like we're gonna get
that ever again.
That again. I mean, maybe we get a Michael Jackson once in 1,000 years. I don't know, but I don't think I will see another in my lifetime. I don't think anybody here will. So
every time we get close, they go crazy. And then
what do you mean?
No, it could have been Kanye. Could have been a lot of people.
Even still, those people are big. Yeah,
could have been Kels.
Obviously. I mean, we have Beyonce, and
I think it just starts from childhood. Like, we ain't never seen a nigga start from childhood to when he died.
Nobody.
One of the most famous people ever.
We've seen people start, teenagers and stuff, but
nobody's a kid like 8 years old. Did he start, or when did he really? It was young.
And I think for him to do those things that he did, he was very much ahead of his time. Like, thinking about like long format videos. I like thinking about that he was doing this stuff young. Like, he called himself like a vessel because, he was just getting these ideas. And I'm like, oh my God. I know what it feels like creatively, like when you're writing something to get an idea, like, and it's just flowing. So I can't imagine what Michael Jackson is like. I know what I can really do. I'm channeling this stuff. This is coming to, like, I can do this. And he did it. I think that's the part that always blows me away. Like, he's literally telling you, even there's footage of him as a teenager, as just being young, saying, I want to do this. And people probably looking at him and going, oh, he got dreams. It's something he want to do. He's like, no, I want to fuck this shit up. And he did it. That's what kills me. So I think as a fan, that's just like what motivates me to do like whatever I want to do, like to set out and really change the world. Anytime I'm asking about an artist, I'm like, okay, in what way are they trying to be
transformed?
How are they trying to blow shit up? Because that's because of Michael Jackson. I literally, and it may have like skewed things for me. I don't know, like, but because of Michael Jackson, anytime I look at something creatively, or if anybody else is trying to do something creatively, I'm like, why are they doing it? Are they doing it just to be like, I put out an album, or are you doing it to be like, this album is about to blow your mind? Like, that's the only way you should look at stuff creatively for me. So,
and too many people are just doing it right now just for a check,
just to do it. And just really, when you see what happens when you put yourself into your work, you see how you live through. Michael Jackson died in 2009. Damn. Michael Jackson died in 2009. there have been controversies. There have been more allegations, of course, which I think are bullshit. They can be proven bullshit. Go look that up on your own. But I meant just this man died in 2009. There's people that are discovering his music like it was put out yesterday. There are not too many people that can do that, So I meant that in itself is just the magic. Him saying that I want to live through my music and it actually happening. So
one of one for sure.
One of one.
So going back a little bit to the Michael Jackson impersonators, there's this one very infamous, I don't want to call him prolific, but very infamous Michael Jackson impersonator who believes he truly is Michael Jackson, so much so that he has on record said that he was born to look like this, but Michael Jackson had to change and alter his appearance to look like him. So he believes he's the real Michael Jackson, and he has even said that he was offended that he was not chosen to play him in the movie. What do you have to say to that man? Who also said that Michael Jackson was not a black man.
Let me just say, yeah, I have choice words.
Mental illness.
I have choice words about Fabio, and I really, even though it's
That's his name, Fabio?
His name is Fabio Jackson, and I really can't say too
Not
much.
Not last name, Jackson.
Why you can't say
Is that his real last
ain't
name?
Huh?
Is that his real last name?
Why you can't say too
No.
much?
No, I'm not gonna say what I really want to say because I could just unleash.
You ain't on
You know
camera.
what? Fabio is I'm not saying this just to say it. He really is a racist. He's just an ignorant person, and I do mean that in the literal sense, like lack of knowledge, ignorant. He's just ignorant, and he's just
He looks stupid.
You are living. You're cosplaying as a black man, a black man. I don't care what you think he is. Michael Jackson has told you, first of all, remember the time. I mean, Michael Jackson knows that he's black. He's acknowledged that. He's black.
We saw it.
I don't know what
heard him
kind
say
of
it.
revisionist history, but Fabio Jackson, he cannot dance. He cannot sing. And there are, and I'll admit, he does look like Michael Jackson circa bad era, lightly. But like, there are fans that like him because he looks like Michael Jackson. And it's probably younger fans, like the newer fan, just anything that's Michael Jackson they eat up, and that's not good. For the most part, the majority of the fan community has like shunned him because I know y'all seen that video where he was in LA or Las Vegas or whatever. He saw the impersonator,
The other impersonator.
and he was walking up like he was Michael Jackson.
Motherfucker thought he was him.
Wow, that
But
was
you're not.
hilarious.
There is the look, and I've seen pictures of him like where he got his nose job. He looked like a fucking turtle. He did not look like Michael Jackson. There's the other one, Michael Trapson. The I think he's black. I don't know. Like you're not. I don't know what they go through. Like because when I was younger, I used to like dress up in my room, and I would put on my white shirt and my painted loafers and stuff and dance. Like that's cool, but like when I don't understand.
It's got to be different when you actually want to try to be somebody.
And you're dressing up as him in your everyday life. I could even see if you're dressing up, if you make money and you're going and you're doing like a show and people want to see just to have the Michael Jackson experience. But when you're dressing up him in your everyday life and now it's getting construed like Fabio is.
He went to
put it out
Thanksgiving
there,
as
but
Michael
there's
Jackson.
some project he's working on, a movie with somebody that knew Michael Jackson. Like there's just. I don't know what to say. The fan community doesn't like him. We don't fuck with him. He's just a piece of shit person. I don't
Down
like
with
him.
Fabio.
He's a piece of shit person. If you don't listen to Fabio, don't watch him, don't stream whatever he's doing, he's just an asshole. It's an asshole. That's fact. Go look it up. Piece of shit person. We don't like him. Michael Trapson,
What about Michael Blackson?
he's funny. He's a.
I was like, have you
Choice
ever
words on him.
gone, or would you ever go to like a
Impersonator show.
yeah, like one of those shows?
You're not my. Who am I cheering? No. What? Absolutely not. Like
We're not
when
like
you
an
go-
impersonator show, but like where they're just like they're singing Michael Jackson's music and stuff like that. Like I've gone to a Queen rendition show like that.
The closest thing I went to was I saw the Broadway musical. That was a Broadway musical. That's not a random fan. And even still, again, like I said, I could see you going to like for a Michael Jackson experience or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Dressing up in what are you doing in
No,
your
that's-
everyday life? There's nobody you're catering to,
Shit, if it pay.
And I think it is paying him.
but you look like a fucking fool.
I mean, people that
Where's
look like
your
a fool.
respect
People
for
that look
less?
like a fool for less.
For
Far
less.
far
Okay,
far
well,
far 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 less.
You do it. I just know fans in general really just don't take to that, and I mean I think we're kind of getting impersonator fatigue, especially with that. I don't know who that one is that do the little sliding thing, and just the one that slide up
yes,
faces.
and he kind of got like he looked like he got white face.
I don't follow them like that, but like
that shit is
really,
hilarious.
when you do like those fans who like pinch their nose and they be painting their nose black, you make Michael Jackson look. You just look a mess. It's why nobody can't take certain fans seriously because you do that.
Turn it
you
to
look
a mockery.
silly. You look silly.
True.
So,
fandom can go too far sometimes.
That is true.
Like who?
Stand up.
Why you
is
went and
fandom
got
for
yourself your nose done? You look like Michael Jackson. Okay, now what? You can't sing. You can't dance, Fabio. You can't sing. You can't dance. What are we supposed to do?
Like, do you think Fabio started off as somebody who really loved Michael Jackson, or he was just told he
He's
was like
definitely
Michael
a fan.
Jackson so much that he just leaned into it?
He got that number 2 nose. He's definitely a fan. He went and got the number 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he wasn't born with that. He said, "I want that."
No, I'll show you the pictures later. He looked like a fucking turtle. Talking about some Michael had to look like him. Huh? I don't want to wait. Yeah, we don't like him. He's a piece of shit person.
No, yeah, he lost me when he said that Michael Jackson wasn't black.
He lost people when
He said
did
he's
that.
He said he's a brown man. And there's like
Talking
he's
about
black.
his
And like, he's
mother
brown.
Shout out to the Michael Jackson.
I thought you were
community.
saying, "Shut up, Fabio."
The Moonwalkers did not Fabio.
Before we get out of here, Xavier, I think you have a crazy take. We've been talking about this since earlier. I think you disrespected GNX a lot.
He was
for
very
what that album
disrespectful.
is. You very disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
Somebody needed to.
But
Yes.
you also said that there was an album better than that came out in 2024 earlier that year. So
2 albums better, actually.
wow, okay.
Double disrespectful.
There are 2. GNX is an amazing album.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick is an amazing artist. Y'all have overhyped GNX to the point where I have to tell y'all the truth.
What's overhyped though?
The
This album is. I think it was very worth the hype that it was.
The hype that comes with GNX is mostly attributed to the biggest hip hop battle this side of Tupac and Biggie. It is attributed to just the overall destruction of what we deemed as popular mainstream hip hop with the dethronement of Drake and seeing how he started acting and dropping Wagwan Delilahs and Iceman soundtracks.
I'm sorry. Wait, you said GNX contributed to the destruction
Yes.
of hip hop.
Of mainstream hip-hop.
Okay, now
Of what it-
before
what
you
it-
go any
what it
further,
was
elaborate on
becoming.
that piece right there.
What it was becoming.
Well, Drake is mainstream hip hop.
Okay, so
And
he destroyed Drake.
he destroyed Drake to the point where he had to sue and then appeal. I think that's
He didn't have to sue
He sued that man. He destroyed Drake so hard that he got a fade.
him. You know him getting sued. I'm gonna let you finish, but him getting sued only solidified how bad that ass whooping was.
Yeah.
Like we said it was bad. It was like, damn, you lost that one. But then he was like, this shit hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but with that and just the pure enjoyment people got from watching Drake squirm, people would go back to that project. People would go back to Not Like Us. Not because they just loved that song or loved that album, but because the moment that it helped curate. Like, without that battle between Drake and Kendrick, GNX isn't that good.
I'm so sorry. Not Like Us was its own separate phenomenon, and then the hype that it generated, I think hype is a part of the album for me. For one, if I'm hyped for an album, it's because I'm expecting the artist to deliver. He
And then
delivered.
he delivered.
He delivered.
And let me just be clear. Part of this disdain I'm starting to have for GNX is when I'm listening to people talk about GNX as if it's Kendrick Lamar's best project. Like people like Cayman. Like I wasn't here for T-Pab. Like I wasn't here for Section 80. Like I wasn't here for I wasn't here for Good Cat, Mad City.
You didn't like Luther, did you?
I love Luther, but even that song
I don't
is
like how
like
you talked about. See,
even that song, it leaned very heavily on SZA and Luther.
You don't. You not telling. Oh my. That's not catchy.
You ain't listening to that just by itself. Eventually,
Five.
you want SZA. You want Luther.
It's a part of the. It's the song.
But I'm
though.
just saying, Luther's still a great song.
Yeah.
So what albums were you saying were better than GNX?
2024, Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q is a better album than GNX. 2024, You Only Die Once by Freddie Gibbs is a better album than GNX. And I have been on record on my own account saying that if it wasn't for GNX, You Only Die Once by Freddie Gibbs would have been everybody's album of 2024.
That was a great album.
So let me ask you. So Freddie Gibbs and then GNX. Okay, so if Drake didn't sue and you only heard GNX once and you heard Freddie Gibbs' album Only Die Once, which would you say is better? You only heard GNX once and Drake didn't sue.
Freddie Gibbs. I'm saying like without the battle, without the lawsuits, I don't think people go back to GNX as much as they do. We wouldn't have even got GNX in the way that we did if it wasn't for the battle. We wouldn't have got that album in the way that we did.
But that doesn't change the effect
It
of
doesn't,
the album.
but I'm just saying
the album is a culmination of those moments, and this is what you're like, oh,
yes,
now we have the album.
It's a culmination of some of the biggest hip hop moments in hip hop existence, and I think it's only slightly better than albums like Blue Lips and albums like You Only Die Once.
Now you said
that didn't have to battle a monster like Drake, didn't have to have a Super Bowl, didn't have to then drop a West Coast anthem of an album, didn't have to be a part of the MLB World Series to still be listened to and hailed as great music.
Are you saying the album was just too big to be considered great?
I just think that the album, I think the album was too big that all GNX had to be was good. The moment put GNX at number one, and as long as it was good, the recognition that he was able to get, the head start that battle put that album in front of, it was never meant to fail. If GNX would have failed, that would have been the bigger question. How do you fail coming off of the biggest hip hop battle in existence? All it had to be was good. All it had to be was mid.
I don't think that's
it was
fair
far
to
from
Kendrick,
mid.
though.
Far from mid. I'm being unfair. It was far. It was far from mid. It was far from good. But that's all it had to be. That's all it had to be was good, and people would still talk about it the way we're talking about it right now.
So your qualm with the album is that you think it's overhyped, or that you think that
I think it's overhyped.
It's overhyped over the albums that you named.
Yes, I think it's overhyped, and it took a lot of the attention away from albums like Blue Lips and albums like You Only Die Once, where if people were given that chance to really just enjoy that music instead of being a part of one of the biggest hip hop discussions ever, that we would be able to look at those and be like, hey, maybe this album is better,
but
or on the same level as a GNX.
Because
those weren't in any conversations.
If those albums that you referenced, though, if they were good enough, wouldn't they stand on their own? Why does one album have to dim its light in order for others to shine? If your album is good enough to be in the space, then you'll be there.
No, and that's what I'm saying. They are standing on their own. They are still in Grammy conversations against an album like GNX that was part of the biggest hip hop battle in existence.
Right.
If it didn't have that battle, and we're just talking GNX without Drake versus Kendrick, and we're talking You Only Die Once, Freddie Gibbs, and we're talking about damn, who else was I talking about?
Album? I forgot it.
You Only Die Once and
Blue Lips. If we're just talking about those albums on face value, me personally, I'm always gonna choose a message and influential just introspective moments from an album versus just something fun, and that's something Blue Lips and You Only Die Once were. Very introspective in comparison to the remainder of their catalog. Like, even when you're just looking at Freddie Gibbs and he drops this album with Alfredo 2 with Alchemist this year, 2025, that shit is just fun. It's a great album, but I don't put it on the same playing field as You Only Die Once because it's easy to put out a fun album. It's hard to put out a meaningful project with introspective undertones and still get people that really fuck with it.
And we're not gonna act like Kendrick ain't did that.
Doesn't he do that every time?
Again.
Yeah, he always does that. He always does that. But then that's why I'm just like, I gotta be the person that hates on GNX because these niggas acting like GNX is better than T-Pad. People that act like GNX is better than Good Kid, Mad City. People that act like GNX is a top 3 Kendrick project. That is blasphemous.
So it looks like
Good Kid and GNX.
It looks like
it's T-Pab, Section 80, Good Kid, Damn. Then GNX.
It looks like you just hate the hype. Because if had this same kind of hype preceded To Pimp a Butterfly, I think that album would be just as big as, because I think it was a better album, but I don't think it was as big as GNX. I'm not sure.
Because T-Pap would never get the recognition that GNX got. It was too black.
Yeah, it was too black. It was too pro black.
But that was part of the reason I didn't give Blue Lips the praise that it deserved at first, was because Schoolboy Q, in addition to a lot of his fan base, were saying that that was the best Schoolboy Q project ever. And I was like, Schoolboy Q, go back and listen to your music, because nigga, no, it's not.
He was even saying that, ranking that high.
Yeah, I was like, okay, y'all niggas are tripping. But overall, I just think certain projects didn't get the recognition that they deserved because of what was going on at the time. But if you really go back and listen to those projects and you listen to GNX without thinking about Drake and lawsuits and appeals and everything that was going on at that time, J. Cole apologizing to his fan base. If you don't think about all of that going on when you're listening to GNX, when you're listening to Reincarnation and you're thinking about, oh wow, he did a Tupac flow, but you're not also thinking about how Drake just used AI Tupac, the album doesn't hit the same. And not everybody's from California, so most people from California probably don't even rank GNX as high as they do.
So that's what we're talking about earlier off camera, when I was like, GNX was a oh no, sorry, that was Not Like Us.
Oh well, GNX 2 is a very national.
I was gonna say, but Not Like Us was culturally shifting. It shifted the culture. Xavier, I don't know what you want to say.
Shifted the culture in what?
We shifted. Not shifted. Wrong word. It moved. It moved
the culture in what?
We was moving. Everybody.
We was moving and grooving. It made us dance. That was it.
I never seen. It was.
Kendrick got all the most streamed songs.
That nigga gave us a short history lesson that y'all already forgot.
It's a culture.
And you talking about
what?
He gave us a short history lesson that y'all already forgot. And talking about Not Like Us is a cultural shifting moment.
It was culturally shifting.
What did he shift?
Everybody was singing that song at once, and I don't think I've known any rap song to do that all at one time.
In a minute,
you heard that everywhere. That song was everywhere. You're not gonna act like it wasn't. But that's not a culturally shifting. White people was singing it. Yes, sir.
That's not a culturally shifting moment just because a lot of people are singing this song. Everybody, their mama.
Tell me one rap song you know that did that.
It shifted culture, bro.
Out of a beef too. It was a beef. I've never known
Bobby Shmurda. That was a culturally shifting moment.
Hot nigga.
Sir.
Hot nigga. That was a culturally shifting moment.
Sir, that is not the same.
No, because all you're saying is people listen to it on a. There's white people listening to it. There's black people listening to it. We was dancing at the club.
Literally sitting listening to that song. I don't know of any song that I sat and listened to and felt like that. It wasn't like, oh my god, like my life is changing, but it was definitely
it's the best
like
record of all time.
Like this.
That's a different conversation.
I'm sorry.
That's not culturally. When I think culturally shifting, I'm thinking about something that makes people look at their life different. That's gonna make artists look at the way they.
That's one way, though.
That's gonna make artists look at the way they drop music differently.
Culturally I think everybody did as one thing.
And I think everybody did.
Shifting at the base.
Everybody did this year. They stepped their game up.
I don't think they did. I think culturally shifting. I'll leave it at this. Culturally shifting means something needs to change. What did Not Like Us change?
That's not exclusive.
Or what did Not Like Us make people even think about?
Sir, one, it changed status quo. You're not going to tell me that it didn't make Drake look uncontested. Because he was chest out, swinging his dick, then you got yourself cut. Okay? And I think we already knew that Kendrick was a heavyweight in that arena, but to see it happen, those were two titans of rap, of hip-hop, coming together, clashing. And I meant, like, you waiting for one. It was just that whole battle was a moment. It was a bubble in time. And damn it shifted the culture. The culture was shifted. We was waiting for. I mean, I'm sorry, but Not Like Us. It may have not have been like, oh, you wearing the clothes from the video and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. Like, it definitely. Were we not all talking about that song? I know. I was asking everybody I knew if they heard it.
It was culture shifting.
It was not.
I argue that Drake had a bigger cultural shifting moment than Not Like Us when he hit us with, is that a world tour or your girls tour?
Oh.
That really started to dismantle patriarchy. You're meaning my wife can have more money than I? That made niggas really start to think about shit. Wait, is that his tour or is he just on a Nicki Minaj tour? Wait, who's really in charge? That made people really start. Drake dismantled patriarchy with that one bar. Not Like Us
It's
ain't do
crazy.
shit.
It's crazy.
Y'all don't even remember the
No,
history
at
lesson.
that time,
You
I
got
was
that,
actually Team Drake. Cause
You like that shit though, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. You got that. You just
You like that shit though. That was
You
nice.
pulled that shit out the
That's a hard
motherfucking
pivot.
air.
I would say because that is a cultural shifting moment. It made people have a genuine conversation. Ain't nobody was having no genuine conversation on Not Like Us.
Hey,
You run to
It's
Atlanta
cl-
when you need a check.
balance. It's,
And then what did he? And then what did people in Atlanta say, Cayman? We don't believe that. Drake, come back.
No, some of his Drake's
Drake, come make a song with us. What did Young Thug say, Cayman?
I'm not saying
One of
that
the
Drake
biggest
ain't-
Atlanta
I'm not
rappers
saying that
right now.
Drake
What did
wouldn't
Young
demand.
Thug say?
That song
He
just
didn't agree with
did
it.
him in. It
He
did
didn't
him
even
in.
agree with it. So I'm saying, what cultural shifting moment did we have when the history lesson,
Sir.
the niggas in the
Sir, it
history,
was culture shift.
the niggas in the history didn't agree with the
culture
lesson?
shifted.
The
The
culture
culture shifted. Culture shifted. Culture moved. It shook. We were shook.
Is that a world's tour or your girl's tour?
Speaking of, y'all heard about? You heard about her, Nicki Minaj?
Oh God, Nigeria?
Oh my gosh.
Was it Nigeria?
Yeah, Christian.
persecuting Christians.
Christians always thinking somebody trying to get them.
I don't think that's it. I think she definitely has ulterior motives.
Yeah, people
she
say
just
her.
as
She's
bad
trying to get her
as-
man a
She
pardon.
just as
She's a
bad as
Trumper.
She's trying to get her man a pardon.
Brian McKnight. Oh wait.
Y'all bringing up all the crazy people. Brian McKnight, Nicki Minaj, Diddy. We're gonna have a full Diddy.
Oh yeah, you skipped over Diddy.
Yeah,
How
I
could you
skipped-
not?
I skipped over Diddy.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it and then we'll come back. We'll definitely come back to this. Come back to that because we need to have a conversation.
Evil.
4-part documentary. 50 Cent is diabolical. I never want him to be my enemy. Yeah, but
Please don't. He will produce a well-produced documentary about you with
Yeah.
the juicy, salacious stuff,
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
before seen footage.
I'm
and all
still
that
waiting
stuff.
for Mayweather to read that Harry Potter book. You don't want 50 as an op.
shout out to y'all for great hip hop discussions.
He did it. He
and
did it. He killed Tupac. He did
We'll
it.
be back. I don't know if he did. I don't know
Watch
if he
that
did.
doc. Anybody who's seen it will say he did.
We will be back. Thank you guys for watching Everyday Hip Hop. I'm Cayman.
I'm Xavier.
Special
Dom.
guest Dom. We will be back when it's not as freaking cold as it is right now.
Sheesh.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.